Do-do, do-do-do-do. Well, those of you who might be watching on Facebook and YouTube, hello, and welcome to Deals with David. Great to be here. And Prime Day, wow. Now, they're probably not quite seeing us yet on Amazon, so for those of you who are watching on YouTube and Facebook, hello and welcome. But I would encourage you to come on over to Amazon to watch the broadcast because you'll get just a much better experience for what I'm about to do. I'm going to fly the DJI Mini 2 drone. That's right, I'm going to fly the drone in my area here. We're out in the country, so you hear the birds, and you'll hear roosters crowing back and forth. They're talking to each other or something, right? So, yeah. But thanks for being here anyway. This is going to be a drone demo. Yeah. And coming to you live from my van, the Deal Mobile, and parked in my friend's driveway out here in the country. So she said, yeah, sure, come on up, fly the drone. Why not? Why wouldn't you? All right, we're going to take a look at enable. Okay, I see what's happening. Why didn't we do that before? Switch that up. And we're getting some, there we go. We should get a better signal now. It's fantastic. How's Prime Day going for everybody? Happy Prime Day, all that stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna have some fun here. But if you're just joining for the first time and you want to get notified whenever I go live, just do me a favor and hover over and follow, and you'll get notified when I go live, which is typically 4 days a week, twice a day, 4 days a week. So Monday to Thursday, twice a day usually. And of course, been doing a lot more because of Prime Day. Well, not as much as I would have liked to, but can you guys hear the roosters? Can you hear that happening? Hello and welcome. Create a nice little community here, and whether you're watching for the first time or you're returning again because you follow me, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate all of that. I'm having fun with Amazon Live in general, and the Prime Days. Yesterday and today, right? I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any chat. It looks like I might be. So, yeah. So again, if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, I won't see your comments. That's another reason to come over here and hang out with me here on Amazon Live, on the Amazon Live, my Amazon Live page. And so I can see your comments in the chat, because I won't see them. And if you're watching on Amazon Live already, we got a few people out there. Please say hello. Let me know how you're doing today. Say, hey, David, and I'll say hey back to you, and we can have some fun together flying the drone. So I really love my DJ. That's going to be so weird to sitting out here in the country. Listen to, there's like a rooster right over there, crowing away, just crowing away, right? And I don't know, wherever you're watching from, it's about 4:15 where I'm at. And boy, the Amazon Prime Days has just been crazy, right? So many deals, so many deals. We've got lots of deals in the carousel, and check them out, right? Okay, so we're going to fly the DJI Mini 2, and I'm just getting it all out here. So there it is. There's the animal right there. That's the DJI Mini 2. The the next phase in the Mini series. Well, the one before this was the Mavic Mini, and they're not even calling it Mavic Mini now. They've dropped the name. It used to be the DJI Mavic Mini, and now it's just the DJI Mini 2. And there is talk of an SE version coming out, which a little downscale to this, but anyway, that's a whole other conversation. But the Mini 2, this thing does 4K video, 30 frames per second, or 1080p, 60 frames per second, and so on. Don't let the size of this thing fool you. Size doesn't matter. Anyway, don't get into that conversation. Anyway, we're gonna fly the DJI Mini 2. So there it is. I'll open that up when we're ready. One of the things I learned about the DJI Mini 2 is don't turn it on and let it sit there on and wait to fly. It will get warm, right, because of the batteries that are in it. It will eventually, if it gets too hot, it'll shut down on its own. It'll tell you, hey, that's way too hot. Don't do that. So just a piece of advice there. Now here's the controller. This is a little bit bigger than what the Mavic Mini was. The Mavic Mini was a little bit smaller, and the phone fit in the bottom. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Phone fit in the bottom here. And I always felt like I was like looking too far down rather than, I hold it up and I want to be looking up here. So this is where it'll go. Our phone controller will go right in here. I'll be using the iPhone XR or 10R, however you like to refer to it, right? And all the controls, really nice here. They were really thinking when they designed this. One of the things they did was, if you lose your controls, you can still, like your joysticks, you can still actually control it, sort of, right? I don't recommend it that way, but oh, and you know what? I'm gonna have some trouble here now. I better get some power going to this sucker. Oh, that's not necessarily good. Was I not thinking? Sorry, I'm still here. Was I not thinking? Well, I'm thinking enough to bring the charger. There you go. Silly David. I wasn't sure if I was going to be flying the drone today for Amazon, so I thought, oh, well, I'll just grab it and go. I had another thing I had to do today, and we did that. Probably going to have to change the battery as well. So, again, hello and welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to Deals with David. And I'm your host, David Burrows. Hope you're having a good day. And again, if you want to help me out here, yeah, there's the iPhone 10R. Can't see this glaring. There you go. Right. Do me a favor. I'm trying to reach 2,000 followers by September 1st. So if you just want to hover over and click that follow button that's up top here, you'll see that, and get me closer to my goal of 2,000 followers by September 1st. And when we do that, I'm going to have a nice big giveaway and a lot of fun on that day for sure. So don't miss out on that. Okay, so this is real simple. We just take the cable that sits around in here. You can use iPhone or Android. So just unplug that, and then I don't really have the camera set all properly for this, but it just slides into the top. Right? We're in there nice and solid. Our joysticks are on the bottom, so we can take that. Oh, that guy needs to go a little faster. Not. So just screw them in just gently. Once they catch, you don't want to screw them in tight, because then you break things. All right. So there we go. All right. So now we got our joysticks all ready to go. Now, one thing I need to make sure is I got everything ready here. Hey, Greg Pearl, thank you so much for the follow, Greg. Welcome to the channel, and thanks for the support. That's awesome. Appreciate that. So we're going to get into I just got to connect my Wi-Fi so I can share my screen with you here. And where's it? There it goes. There's that. And then let's do that. All right, we are in. We're almost in. Done. Where are you watching from, Greg? And do you have a drone, or are you thinking about one? Oops. Okay, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I'm going to go into this. And in just a moment here, I will share my screen and bring this in to the broadcast so you can get the real deal view. The real deal view. I can't even talk. What's going on? Okay, so we have that. All right, got our camera ready here. Okay, so actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go like this and combine. There we go. I should add in didn't get everything quite set up in advance here, but let's take a look. Why don't we do this one? That works. That looks good, doesn't it? Background in there, so I look professional. Remote control helicopters and planes. Drone is the next. Oh, helicopters and planes. That's cool. I never got into that. I thought about, well, in public school, so 105 years ago, a buddy of mine and his dad. So that would have been like in the early 80s. They were really into flying the remote control airplanes. So you can imagine the technology was a lot different then. I love my DJI drone. And some people, oh, all you do is talk DJI. Yep, I do. I love them. I've never used another type of drone, so I can't really compare. There's a new one on the market coming from Uncast, I think they're called, or something. I'm looking at, but I just really love my DJI Mini 2. And if you're looking to get started into it for the price, it's like $5.99 in the carousel, I believe. It's a great way to get started. You get the 3 batteries, extra propellers, the smart charger, everything you need to get started. And you get 31 minutes flight time on a calm day, right? Obviously, the windier it is, the harder it works. But you'll get up, fly 30 minutes, and then if you just buy the single unit and with 1 battery, you'll be like, oh, I need another. But yeah, just go with the Fly More Combo. That's my recommendation. Okay, so let me set this up a little bit differently. I want you to really see. There, that's probably better, right? Is that better? No, except that I'm way down there. That's not what I want. Or covering me up. Let's try. I wasn't thinking when I did that. Let's see. This might be good. Let's do this. Maybe that. That's out of the way. Talking to myself. Sorry, guys. I'm getting there. Okay, that works pretty good, right? All right. So now what we're going to do, for those of you just joining, or welcome to the channel, Deals with David. I'm getting ready to fly the drone. Oh, great, it just got gray and dark all of a sudden. The DJI Mini 2, we're going to get this all set up. I think I probably have to change the battery. So this is just a protector for the propellers, which is really nice. I put a lot of thought into this. And there's the protector for the 3-axis gimbal. Again, 4K, whoops, careful, David. 4K at 30 frames per second, or 1080p at 60 frames per second. I really dare you to tell me the difference to the human eye. You know, it's like if you put 4K and 1080p beside each other, like they do, you know, in the television stores, so that to compare, yeah, I can tell the difference. But to just look at one thing, and I don't think you could tell the difference. Okay, yep, we need a different battery. What's really cool is, so this is a battery from the Mavic Mini. And the Mavic Mini batteries will work in the DJI Mini 2, but the DJI Mini 2 batteries will not work in the Mavic Mini. Cleverly. So how long have you been flying remote helicopters and planes, sir, Greg? A little while? You getting bored of that and you're looking at drone next? Is that what it is? Right. Okay, so there we go. All right, let me, I'm just going to get rid of that because I really want you to see the full experience here. So what's going to happen? Let's set this down. So we just, am I on? I don't think I'm on. back. Oh. Okay. Turn it on. Okay. One of the other cool things it does, well, some people like it. It charges, the controller actually charges your phone while you're connected. Now, before you used to be able to turn that feature on or off. They updated the app and you can't turn that off. It just automatically charges your phone. I think it'd be nice to decide whether or not I want that, but at the same time, not a huge deal. Okay, so, all right, so I'm just gonna take, I'm not going far. I'm just gonna, I maybe don't want to fly. I got trees above me there. So we're just gonna put them out on the ground here. And that way she'll be looking for satellites, etc. Right? And if you're blind like me, make sure you get your googles on so you can see what you're doing. Take off with caution. We should have satellites. What's going on? No GPS signal. Well, that's odd. Give it time. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to find everything. How far can the drone fly? So it boasts 10 kilometers. This uses OcuSync 2.0 technology, which it's still using Wi-Fi technology, but what it does compared to the Mavic Mini is it's constantly scanning all the Wi-Fi frequencies. So it's always on the strongest frequency. So now I don't recommend you fly 10 kilometers away.
Please check it on the map.
All right, so we found the satellites and the home point has been updated, which means it's found where it is. And that's important because if we need to fly home all of a sudden or return to home, which it has built in, it knows where to come back to. Now, what I'll probably do is fly out a little bit here and because I got some trees around me. I don't necessarily want it to come back and land right there, so we'll update the home point. So I don't, it just means you're going to have a really good, strong signal. You're really going to have good video transmission, and you can feel confident in it. Depending where you live, where I am here in Canada, and don't worry, there's still U.S. prices, but we have what's called VLOS, visual line of sight. You're not supposed to let your drone out of your sight. Check your local legal listings for details on that, right? But 10 kilometers, and I'm very confident in that. So, real simple here. We're gonna get things ready, and we just press, take off.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
All right. Now it's right in front of us here. Now I'm actually gonna go out here a little bit. Whoops. Okay. Go over here and here, because I want to update the home point. So what I do, remember how to do this, control, update the home point. Because where I took off, there were trees above, or tree branches above me. So where I am now, there's nothing above it. So I'm going to update the home point.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
And we're going to turn this down. It doesn't need, like 50 meters. 100 meters, it doesn't need to be that high. You want to set it to a point so that if it comes home, it goes up to this point, it stops, it goes up to 50 meters, and then it flies back no matter where it is, and then it comes down. So because it doesn't have any sensors except for on the bottom of it. So you don't want it to lose, you don't want it to bump into anything. So if you go up high over everything, and then it comes back down, you're safe. 10-4, 10-4. All right, and we've got 89%, and everything around us is good. Now, we'll just start recording, right? And let's bring that down a bit. There we go. So, forward. So, make sure. Now, there's an airplane up there right now. So, we are near an airport. We do have permission to do this because it's sub-drone, but there still are rules. So we just want to make sure we follow that. So up we go. All right. And look at there. That's only about, so there's 20 meters up right now. Now the wheel on the back here, this is for the gimbal, the camera, right? So we can actually set it to go up 20%. And of course, as you change it, it's changing its, its lighting and everything else. Can I go up far? You can go up 120. I'm not going to do it here right now because we are near an airport. You can go up 120 meters, which is 400 feet, right? Now, just to give you an idea, we are in, this is 1080p at 60 frames per second. And in that mode, is it raining? Oh my goodness, it is. Are you kidding me? So, we gotta get back down here. Is it raining? It is, so we gotta land. Sorry guys.
Landing.
What a bummer. Hang on, don't go anywhere. Hi there, how you doing? Well, that is a bummer. That is a total bummer. Well, you got a little bit of a demo. Look at me looking at me. Hi there. Oh, that sucks. Well, at least I caught it. I was sitting here. I can't really see it. I don't see the rain on the ground, but I'm like, got all these trees around me and I hear this noise. I'm like, yep, it's raining. But I'm under, it's not even on my windshield, but I'm under a tree. So I think I'm being protected. So let's turn that off. One thing you don't want to do, I think that's the first time my drone's ever gotten wet, to be honest with you. Let's put that off. You can probably hear the airplanes around me. There, you're okay, girl. When you're not flying, don't leave the drone on, because the batteries in here are lithium, I can never pronounce it. They're not nickel, whatever. So we're just going to turn that. So they do get warm. Now you go, well, why would they make the battery gets warm? Well, when it's flying, it keeps things cool, etc. But when it sits there, it's still got a lot going on, and it does get things warmed up. So I don't recommend leaving it sitting there on. Like, we're going to wait to take off and stuff. So, well, I'm really sorry that I can't give you that demo. But what I can do, so here you'll see, I do have some footage that I'll show you. So stay here with me. What you see here is the GPS map. You can update your home point. You can do a bunch of cool things. This down here in the bottom right hand corner, the Find My Drone feature is really awesome, because if you ever lose your drone, Find My Drone and the GPS will track it down and help guide you towards your drone. And it will also flash a light and beep until you find it or the battery dies, whichever happens first, right? Now you see that little blue line there? That is actually where the drone flew. So it actually tracks itself and where it's going. So if for some reason you're like, where'd my drone go? I can't see myself, or you're looking at well, you're not going to get it now, but that would be the camera, right? You would actually get, hey, where's my drone? This will help you get back. And very worst case scenario, you could press return to home and then it would fly back to you, right? So, and very detailed. And you can actually go, let me see, what is this? View here, restricted zone. All right, yeah, so this will tell you, now, because of where I live in Canada, it's not 100% accurate. And honestly, even in the States, it's not 100% accurate, but it's very close to accurate as far as restriction zones go. Because it's a sub drone. It weighs 249 grams, under the 250 gram level. You do not have to have a license to fly or register the drone, at least in my area. Now, don't hold me to that on your area. I always say check your local legal listings. And you want to fly within the law, right? But here I don't have to do that. I can still fly near an airport. However, there are some rules. I can only get so close, and then when you get too close, the app just won't let you take off. It's like, sorry, you're in a restricted zone. Other zones where you need authorization, you enter in your phone number and an email and say yes, and a bunch of little things there. So I'm not going to go through a tutorial on all of that here today. What I recommend when you get a drone for the first time, find some YouTube channels that are respectful and learn from them. Go out into a really large field and practice. Don't be flying over people or water, in your first flights, whatever. And definitely, definitely, definitely do not fly it in your home. Trust me. Don't do that. There's a reason I know this. Just don't do it. Okay? So, I think you can get different views here. What does this do? What's that? What did I tap? Come on. And there you go. Yeah, you can do so. You can go into satellite view as well, right? So really slick. This is a really powerful drone for $5.99 in the carousel. And no, that's not an Amazon deal, but it is still a great deal. You get the controller, the drone, you get 3 batteries, and the charger that comes with it is a smart charger. And what that means is it doesn't charge all 3 batteries at the same time. And you'd be like, well, why not? Well, because you always want another battery to fly to. So what it does is it scans and it decides which battery is closest to being fully charged. So then that way, you're always getting a maximum charged battery. Does that make sense? It's also got, so you can charge it on the side there with your USB-C, and then you see the USB 2 output. So this actually can work as a power bank for your phone or anything else that needs to be charged. Now, of course, it does take away from this, but in a pinch, if I was in the middle of the field or something and I needed to charge something up, I could. That being said, the controller is charging my phone right now, and the controller really holds a lot of power. So the controller will win out battery-wise over the 3 batteries that you get 31 minutes per battery out of, depending on the wind, etc. So for those of you just joining, hello and welcome. Happy Prime Day number 2. Please say hello in the chat and let me know where you're watching from. Do you have a drone? Are you looking at one? What experience have you had? And what kind of drone have you used if you haven't? Be curious to know. And if you're here for the first time and you haven't yet, do me a huge favor and just hover over the screen, and there's a follow button up there, and you can tap on that and follow me so you get notified whenever I go live. I go live 4 days a week, twice a day, 4 days a week. How do you say that? 4 days a week, twice a day. Or do I say twice a day, 4 days a week? I think it's twice a day, 4 days a week. I got to figure that out. You tell me. And let me know, what are you finding here? Pardon me while I hiccup. What are you finding here on Amazon Prime Day? Are you getting some good deals? How could you not? They had to do 2 days of Amazon because there's just so many deals going on, right? So for those of you just joining, we're talking about the DJI Mini 2 here on Deals with David, and I'm mobile today. This is the Deal Mobile, and the deal today is this amazing DJI Mini 2 drone with the Fly More combo. If you're going to get started in this, I am. I'm a big shouter of DJI products. I also have the DJI. Where is it? I have the DJI Osmo right here, the Osmo 3. DJI products, they're the best of the best. Now, so let me change the setting, mixed. So what it does there is it'll so let's go back to, so there's standard, right? You know, you see the name Michigan line where I'm at. You guys know where I am. You can track me down. So then if we go to satellite, right? There's the satellite view. And then mixed is, there you go. See it put the name of the road and stuff on. And down at the bottom here, it'll tell you your speeds. I'm in kilometers an hour. You can change this to imperial if you want, or you can change it to metric as far as how far it flies per second or whatever. I don't know why you would do that. That'd be confusing to me. But it's very, very accurate. All right. So I'm curious, anybody else out there, please say hello in the chat. Say, hey, David, how's it going? And, you know, aside from showing you some great deals here today, I just want to build a community. I just want you to be, you know, hey, I'm going to go watch David today and see what he's up to. And I'm pretty chill around here, just like having the positive vibes and a good time. And you'll often find me, when I'm mobile, I'm probably flying the drone. All right. Now let's go back here and I'll take you into, I did get out and fly the other day and I got some beautiful shots. So I think those will still be here. So what it's done is, so I have an SD card in the drone. I have a 128 gigabyte card in the drone, which I think is plenty. If you do 90 minutes of flying, you'll still have plenty of time on your SD card. So what it's done is it's automatically put this on my phone, but if it's on the aircraft. So if I want that on my, like here's what's on the aircraft, right? Oh, I got to be connected to the aircraft. Duh. But I've turned it off because it gets too warm. But here is everything in here, right? It's saved everything. And I could actually tap on create and it has a there you go. It's got a built-in editor. It's actually quite a slick video editor for doing it on your phone and for quick. You can see, that's kind of loud. You can see that it actually has different templates in it. So we could actually, well, let's try this. I've never tried it before. Okay, so now what it wants us to do, it wants us to go in and pick some video. So we'll just randomly here, we'll just go I don't know how many at once, 3, 4, okay. 4, add 4 of 8. All right, I don't know if I have 8. Need one more? Sure, there you go. So that one allowed me to add 8 clips. Let's see what it does here. So you guys are looking at that sideways. Okay, so I want to edit that. So how do I? Oh, I see. So it just puts that stuff in automatically. It's still braining. That sucks, man. Okay, done. So now it's generating the video, and you know the templates automatically. You know they're templates, right? So here's what it looks like, and then down at the bottom you see Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. You can share it instantly to your social media. That's the result. There you go. And then we can save a copy to our phone, etc. Now I don't really need that. I don't like that I can't change the text. So let's go back. And again, we can go create. And let's try, let's see. So 8 shots, 12 shots, 6 shots. Now let's do 6, right? Got to download the template. So hello again to everybody who's here watching, and if you're just popping in to check out the deals down below, thanks so much for that. And please say hello in the chat so I know you're there. Give me somebody to talk to. Otherwise, you're just going to listen to the sultry sound of my voice for the next hour, right? So, okay, let's apply this. So we're going to go, all right, we want that one in there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do these. What do we got? Oh, okay, I want 6, so we can do that. And there you go, one of those. So add it, let's see what it does for us. Okay, and pause. Do. Okay, so we go back here. Now, you can also do the pro side of things where you can like, okay, I just want to take my own footage right there and add those 4 in, right? One thing I don't like is like, I want to be able to edit sideways, right? So I have to turn it this way to edit. But you can see here where you can cut and split and change the speed, make it reverse. You can copy a scene, add title cards in there, you know, so you could do something like this. Sure, let's put that in there, right? So now if we play it, it goes showtime, right? So you get the idea with that. Exit without saving. All right. So what I want to show you some of the footage though that I did take. So I can actually go in here, and this is pretty cool. This is a place near where I live. This is called Mitchell's Bay. We were there for Father's Day. So you can see coming in here, look at that. Yeah, the birds were flying around actually, and my son was like, Dad, you need to look up. And I'm like, what? It's right there. And he's like, look at all the birds around you. So you do have to be mindful of got all these flies in here. There's a rooster right there. Hey, rooster. Err! He's looking for cover. And honestly, I think I'm going to be too. Get out. Flies, get out. Here, I'll just do that. Yeah, so you can see just beautiful picture in there. I mean, the video doesn't, but there's just a picture, right? You can see how just beautiful landscape and water where we are. This was about 45 minutes. We went for a ride on the motorcycles and got to do this. I just love my drone and my motorcycle. I can put the two together. And what's really nice is just how small it is. It all fits in this little bag right here, which is weather resistant and durable. Pocket on the inside for everything, and then on the inside flap for, I've got like, that's where I put my phone for the controller, and maybe, maybe an extra battery or the cables for charging, whatever, right? There's another. It just blows my mind what you can do with this, right? This tiny little drone that weighs 249 grams. And what was interesting is when they announced that they're, basically upgrading the Mavic Mini, people are like, oh, that's cool, but is it going to be over 250 grams? Because if it does, then I got to go get a license and all that. And they still were able to do all of this, make it a 4K camera, whereas before it was only up to 2.7K camera. And there was all these concerns, if I get longer flight time, then do I have to make a bigger battery and all these things? So people were concerned that they were going to be over the 250 gram weight, and they packed all of these features cleverly into the DJI Mini 2 and kept it under 250 grams so that hobbyists wouldn't have to worry about getting their license. Now, that being said, I do have a license. I thought if I'm getting into the hobby, I'm going to be demonstrating. I use it for some commercial stuff, like I do some real estate flights, farmers, that sort of thing. And I thought, why not study, get my test, and then I've learned more. A, I love to learn more, and B, it's part of the hobby is learning, right? So I spent about 2 weeks, a couple hours a day, 5 days a week, whatever, studying, and I think it was 25 or 30 bucks. I can't even remember. And I learned quite a bit sorry to leave that up so long, as part of the hobby, right? So I really recommend, I mean, if you don't want to get your license, don't, but if you really want to get into the hobby and spend the time learning, even though you don't have to have one for this, sometimes not everybody likes drones. They don't understand them, and they think if you're flying over their house, you're invading their privacy and all that sort of thing. But you're not invading anybody's privacy. If you fly that high, you can't see anybody. If you were zooming into their window and flying outside their apartment or something, or over the swimming pool while they're out yeah, okay. So be smart, and there are privacy laws, etc. But some people go, oh, you got to have a license for that, and they think they know. If you just pull it out and go, yeah, there it is right there, then sorry about your luck. I'm okay to do this, right? So when we get into these pictures again, just kind of show you a little bit more. They really are, like, look at the view there. And it's great to be able to show you this because this really shows color, especially green and blue and all the tint that's going on in there, right? I can actually zoom that in here on my phone, you can see. So that is the water tower. Mitchell's Bay is like a village of maybe 150 people, but a lot of people go there in the summer for fishing and swimming, etc. So there's the water tower to Mitchell's Bay right there. So I'm actually up above that, higher than that, and you can see all the windmills in the back. I could have flown from where I was. I could have flown closer to those, but I'm the guy that likes to keep the visual line of sight going with the within the rules, right? All right. This is the marina in the area that we were at, so take a look at this and you'll see just how well it does. So that's me with the wheel here tilting downward to get a shot. The boat's moving around there, coming in, going out. Pretty cool. And they don't know I'm up there. Whoops. There you go, Dave. I tried to clean the screen off. We'll start that over again. And again, this is at 1080p, 60 frames per second. So you can see here, getting a really nice shot from up above, and I've tilted down the gimbal. It's the 3-axis gimbal, and it's actually stabilizing. Like if the drone was going like this a little bit because of the wind, which it is, but you can't tell because it's stabilizing everything, keeping it steady, right? This is a beautiful shot. It's actually quite shallow. That's drenched Doug, right? Because that's where the boats come in. But you'll see, I don't know if you'll see it in this or in the next video. Oh, pardon me. Another one coming in. I got a cough. There we go. Just a beautiful sight. So we're flying over all of this water very confidently. Not worried about losing any signal. The Mavic Mini, you could do it, but I trust the technology a little more than I did in the beginning, just because it was a new experience. And then not only that, the OcuSync technology here really builds your confidence in being in control, right? I had some flight anxiety in the beginning of all of this. I was like, oh, this thing's way up there. Am I going to lose it? It's going to come back. Okay, come back. And my son would fly it and he'd be like, Yeah, Dad, like a video game, right? It's okay, Dad. It'll be fine. Everybody in the water. It's quite shallow there. People can go quite a ways out. So for those of you joining me, hello and welcome. If you're just enjoying this broadcast here on Amazon Live, I would appreciate you hovering over and clicking the follow button so you get notified whenever I go live. And you're helping me grow the channel, which I really want to build a community here where you can, sure, we want to talk about deals and stuff, but we just want you to come around and have some fun and hang out and, you know, let's chat together. Let's get to know each other and build some relationships. I love meeting people, so share with me what you're finding on Amazon today. It's pretty awesome, right? Again, nice and shallow. This is, I can still see it, but it's getting out there, right? It is lovely. I just love flying my drone and riding my motorcycle. So I can throw this over my strap, over my shoulder with the strap and everything, and it's not in the way of me riding the motorcycle, get to where I want to go and pull over on the bike and go for a flight, which is basically what we did here. I did have it, my son, I don't have saddlebags, my son does, but he carried it, but I have carried it on the bike. Look at that. And again, that's only 1080p at 60 frames. Imagine that at 4K. We're clearing up here. I'm still not going to fly though, because it might be not raining here. No, it's still raining. No flight for me today. Makes me sad. I'm sorry. But that's why we got the backup footage here, so you can all enjoy this here today. That's pretty awesome. Alrighty, I'm just going to check the other comments here while you guys are enjoying that view. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got going on here as well. Oh, that's nice. People send me Facebook messages. Sometimes I'm like, why would you send me that? I just had one of those moments. All right. So, hello, welcome once again. Oh, there comes the sun. But the problem is where I am, it could be not raining, but if I fly out over there where it's still gray, it could probably be raining, and not recommended for a drone. Not recommended for a drone. But, again, that's why we have the backup footage, so I can still share, you know, what this can do. So there's a nice photograph. You can zoom in 2 times on the photograph side, and 4 times when you're in 1080p, at 60 frames per second, you can zoom in 4 times. But what you have to keep in mind is that is a digital zoom, so whenever you zoom in, you do lose some resolution. A little bit noticeable, but not terrible where like, oh, I wouldn't put that in the footage, right? So it's really quite good. I really wish I could have shown you today. But that's the same thing with the when you take photos. You can zoom in twice. If you're at 4K and 30 frames per second, you can only zoom in twice because it's obviously taken more because it's the digital zoom. Hello. First day with the new lips? Nope, last day with the old ones. There's a zoomed in shot. Yeah, so there it is. So there's the shot, and there's zoomed in 2 times. It's the same shot, right? Tell me you can, like, you can't tell the difference. If I went like this one, oh yeah, it's green, but it's a beautiful picture still, right? So for those of you just joining, hello, welcome, and please say hello in the chat. Let me know what you're up to today on Amazon Prime Day, looking for all the deals, right? Have you found some good deals? And just say hello. let's start talking to each other, right? Lots of other deals in my carousel here today, and of course this is the last day for Amazon Prime Day. You're going to want to make sure if this is the day, if there's things you've been looking at and things you're like, well, I really want that, well, I don't know, da, 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 da. If you want them, this is the day to pull the trigger and get those things that you want, because the 2 days of Amazon Prime deals is, well, they had to do 2 days because there's just so many deals going on Amazon today, right? So, all the Amazon products are like the Echo Dots, the Fire Sticks, like 50% off. I mean, the only thing better than 50% off is 51%, right? Here's another nice video that I was able to take. And Lisa saying, hey, Greg. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you joining. I'm curious, how did you discover? I'm always curious how people, they're like, oh, I saw your YouTube channel, and then I came over, and then another guy was like, oh, I saw you on a product page. So, Lisa, what brought you here today? And if you decide that you like me, don't forget to hover over and click that follow button. I'm trying to get to 2,000 followers by September 1st. So we're demonstrating the DJI Mini 2 drone. So there's the water tower, right? So you can imagine how high a water tower is, and we're way up over that. It will fly 120 meters high, and I have had it that high, which is 400 feet. So we have really large, the Blue Water Bridges here where I live, if you want to Google that, and they're 47 meters high. So that and several more times, right? So like double that height and a little bit more. It's just a beautiful hobby. I love my drone. Did I mention that I love my drone? And my motorcycle? I wonder if I can, I've never done this before. Let's try like this and like this. Can I, if I put that there, pardon me while I just play. That's not too bad. What if I want that on top? Where do I do that? Edit. Apply, stay on top. That's interesting. It'd be nice if I could. Let's have a look at there. Shall we? Trying different things here. Yeah, pitch, roll. Pitch, yeah, da 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 da. Format. Okay, maybe not. All right. Shopping for drone and saw your live stream. Oh, okay, very nice. Well, I love my DJI Mini 2. There are other drones out there, but in my mind, DJI, especially for just getting started, the DJI Mini 2 is just an incredible drone. Totally the Fly More pack, because you get 3 batteries, which are like $55 to buy separately. So you're already, like $165 right there, plus the charger, just everything, extra propellers, and the carry case. I had the Mavic Mini before this. Now I've got the upgraded Mini 2. I'm just so glad I discovered DJI and their products. Great customer service as well, and they're like cutting edge. One of the things I've learned too, at least by being in the forums and stuff with DJI, they listen to their customers and they take in the feedback, and they're always constantly, like even some features they'll add into an app. It's like they could have taken that and instead of adding that feature into the existing model, they added it into the app. They could have said, oh yeah, well, we're coming out with another drone and it does this now, and they don't do that much, right? No question in my mind. The features in this has built-in what they call dronies, so you can focus on somebody and it'll fly around them or it'll fly straight up, a couple of different things. Now I will tell you, one of the things I thought, for all the greatness that the Mavic Mini and now the Mini 2 is, and why don't they have Follow Me? It does not have Follow Me built into it. And the reason is, this drone only has sensors on the bottom, so it doesn't have surrounding sensors to like collision avoidance. So if you were following yourself and you're walking along and it gets to a tree, it's going to hit the tree. Now there are workarounds for that. There's third-party apps. They're about $20 that you can get to do that and plan out routes, and it'll automatically go and fly there. It's pretty cool. Drone Link is an app. So it's not really a huge deal. And there are some built-in workarounds that I'll get into another day. If you want to find out more, one of the fellas, he's a YouTuber in the United States, I think New Jersey way. His name is Rick Drone Valley is the name of his channel. And then here in Canada, I watch Don Drones On. Both two of my favorite drone guys, and they know their stuff. I've learned a lot from them. So, and 31 minutes of flight time. You know, on a calm day, obviously if it's windy or whatever, it's got to work harder. The harder it's got to work, the less you get out of it. It'll do 30-kilometer winds. So I guess that's about 23, 25 miles per hour. But you won't get 31 minutes flight time out of that because it's working like a son of a gun to fight the wind. But it will do it. So you could probably get about 10 minutes of a flight. So you could fly down and back or something. It's not as much fun flying in the wind, although the Mini 2 can handle it, and you'll still get a steady shot. If you were to look at the Mini 2 while it's flying, it's going like this, right? You know, fighting in the wind. The windier it is, even though it'll hold, the less control you have. So if you want to move left, it might. So anything past like 18 kilometers an hour for me, I just go, yeah, you know, it's too windy. I'm not going to enjoy myself as much. So, and when I go out to do it, I want to enjoy myself, right? So, if you have any questions, anyone, Lisa, Greg, anybody, if you're still here and you've got some questions about the drone, I may have already talked about it, but that's okay. Ask about it again anyway. It's got 3 modes: a cinematic mode, which is like a smooth, slow pace; normal mode, which is just an average, normal, average speed, you would think; and then sport mode. This will do about 50, 55 kilometers an hour with the wind behind it. I've had it doing about 60. That's pretty fast, right? But keep in mind, the faster you fly, the more power it takes, so the quicker your battery, right? But it still holds up and does that very well. So there's some more. There's a new shot there. I just look at that, and I look at it on my phone, and I go, technology is amazing, what it's done. All right, so a little bit more there. And I can zoom in it here on my phone to show you a little bit more, right? Have you, Lisa, have you looked at other drones already? I'd be curious what brands, pardon me, what brands you've already looked at, right? Yeah. There's another video shot. Kind of a flight along the shoreline there. I can tell you that I've gotten a lot more confident in my flying. There is at least for me, there was like, flight anxiety, I called it at the beginning. You're getting used to like, oh, it's getting away, is it going to come back? I'm nervous, please don't. All that stuff, right? And you might have heard some stories about drones getting away from, in their flight or whatnot. But, I was fixing something up here to make it a little better. But here's what I can tell you. It's usually operator error or stupidity. You know, it's like, it'd be like flying far away and it's like, okay, can't fly away any further, and you keep going. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, I've lost signal, and oh, how did that happen? Or it tells you the battery's low and you need to start returning to home, and you don't. You just keep flying, and it's like return to home, return to home. And at a certain point, it will actually kick in and start flying home, but you can still press a button and ignore it. And so if you fly, and then the battery dies, and then you allows you like, hello. So it's usually operator error. I've not heard too many stories about the technology being the problem here. All right. I hear my stomach. It's got. Yep. It's getting close to supper time. Getting close to supper time. And this was a fairly calm day. I think it was about 11-kilometer-an-hour winds. So that's pretty doable, right? This was. I think this is just a short video. It flies here. I'm out in the country. Had my windows down and I got in. There you go. Whee! That was a short one. All right. There you go. So that is the DJI Mini 2 drone. If you're just getting started, this is where I put my money. You can get other ones for less, and they do have to follow me in, but they're not as sturdy. I find they're not as easy to control. Anybody who flies drones regularly knows DJI. You say DJI, they are the leader in the drone industry. They do make larger ones, like the Mavic Pro, the Mavic Pro Air 2S, I think, the Phantoms, all this stuff. It's a huge line of drones. And you won't go wrong with any of them because they're just a really good quality product. Lisa, looking at a Holy Stone entry level. Yeah, Holy Stone, I've heard of those. A friend of mine was talking about those the other day. I don't have any experience with them. I have an ALS and need to control it with my feet. Oh, you have ALS and need to control it with my feet. Oh, really interesting. Well, here's one thing that I can tell you that I mentioned earlier, Lisa, is so the joystick's obviously here, right? But if for some reason those weren't here, I don't know if this would work better for you, but you can still actually control it by pushing, like you still have control, right? Obviously, I mean, I like the joysticks, but for obvious reasons, but so, and they're about, I don't know, that's the size. I know that's hard to really tell, but right, if that helps you. Well, it's really interesting. The Holy Stone entry level. I've heard of Holy Stone, but I know my buddy has a Holy Stone, but entry level. I'm not sure of the brand names or anything like that. But again, I'm just sold on DJI. I shout from the mountaintops. I love DJI. I love their customer service. I love their engineers and their design. I also have a DJI Osmo 3 stabilizer, which I also love. And they're prime deal right now. I think these are like $99 for the Osmo 3. You can get the Osmo 4, which is $129. The only difference really is that this is magnetic and pops off. There's a couple other little features, but the Osmo, I have 3 of these. And the reason I have 3 is because I do live streaming events. And so I can set these up, and then my software that I use allows me to remotely control them on my iPad. So that's why I have 3. But see how quickly that comes out, and this folds down. Voila. I think it's pretty obvious that I like DJI. Now, I've never. That being said, like I have not ever used a different drone. Well, I have had a toy drone. Yeah, not ever used a drone other than DJI really. Uh, I've been around others with different products, but DJI. Now it's kind of lightening up out there now, and I wish I could try to fly again. It was raining when if you weren't here, Lisa, I was getting ready to take off, and it started raining, so I had to land. But fortunately, I had that video footage that I was able to at least demonstrate the DJI drone for you. So for those of you just joining me, hello and welcome. My name is David Burrows. I'm your official Amazon influencer here on Deals with David. I hope you're having a fantastic day with Amazon and Amazon Prime deals that are everywhere, right? I'm pretty partial to the drone today, but of course you can look down below and see a lot of the different deals. Here's a great deal. This August Wi-Fi door lock for your deadbolt. I do own this, and I can tell you that I am not a handy guy. Electronics guy, techie guy, computer guy, all that stuff. Sure, no problem. Building stuff and doing stuff, not my game. But this August Wi-Fi door lock, I installed it in 10, 15 minutes. I'll say 15 minutes. 10 sounds better, but it's not true. I'll say 15 minutes, and I got it on the door working. And that was start to finish, setting it up, setting up the app on my phone and connecting it and everything. 15 minutes tops. Wonderful thing. And nice to be able to, if people come over and I'm like, hey, I'll leave it inside the door, and can you pick it up? And they can text me, and then I can just go unlock the door. And they say, okay, I'm gone, and lock the door again. You can even set it so that if you have guests over, say, for a little while, you can give them their own, it's like giving them their own house key, right? And you can set it for so many days, all that stuff. So, and I wish I'd have waited till Prime Day, because 28% off right now, $249 down to $179. Do the math on that one. Now here is the Blue Yeti. I'm going to come back here. And there we go. That's a little bit better. We can get rid of that. I think the demo's over. This Blue Yeti microphone, the Blue Yeti 10-year edition. These were like $179, and then I've seen them coming down the last couple of weeks they were like $129, and then they were down to $118, $115. They were $108 yesterday. And then it depends which color you get. If you get the black version, there's a red version, they're like more money. But this Blue Yeti, $99 right now. So, I mean, huge savings there. And if you're looking for a microphone that's just plug and play, like it's USB cable, it's got 4 different audio patterns. So it picks up some front, or picks up in front and opposite, left and right for stereo, and then omnidirectional, picks up all the way around. So multi-purpose microphone, fabulous quality, sturdy metal, built very, very well, and a leader, one of the leaders in like the live streaming audio. If you ask any live streamer or podcaster, they've heard of the Blue Yeti microphone. I was out today talking to somebody, and we got talking stuff or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I got the Blue Yeti microphone. So they're a leader in their industry as well. So at $99, that's the way to go, if you ask me. There's that DJI Osmo 3. $99. I think they were normally $129, $119, something like that. So, again, another DJI product. Did I mention I like DJI products? All right. Well, this is the sad part. This is where I put away my drone stuff, right? For another day. Hopefully tomorrow. Make sure you're getting all your deals today, because I mean, there's always a deal somewhere on Amazon, but not like Prime deal days, right? Like, I'll be taking a little break here shortly, but I will be back tonight, and I'll probably talk about the drone again, just because I can and I like to. All right, power off. Everything just fits so nicely in here. I'm gonna take that. Let's see, we got my extra cable here for charging. Zip that sucker up. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Battery charger. Oh, and you want to do this right, because you want to be careful of the props, right? But I hold one side like this, right, and fold it down, fold it up, same thing, fold it down, and this is back here, right? And then what they did with this one, what they didn't do with the Mavic Mini, was they gave it a prop protector. Just want to line things up. It's just kind of a little tricky in the beginning, but once you've done it a few times, you're okay. It only goes on one way. I like when people build things that it only fits one way, because then I can't screw it up, right? So this goes around your propellers. These propellers here will just kind of hold them. You don't want them straight up. You kind of want them like a, right? And you just go like this, right? And then it just very easily, if you can see, just holds them together, and you just double check to make sure they're not sitting wrong, right? And then we'll take our protector for our 3-axis gimbal. There we go. And then we'll just pop that in there. And everything in here. Let's double check to make sure it's all snug. We're getting there. You're welcome, Lisa, and thank you for jumping in. And if you haven't already, I hope you'll be able to follow the channel here. And there it is, all in there, nicely packed, waiting for me to find another day. And of course, now that I have to go, it's all dry out and I could be flying. Well, it looks like it's still going to be raining over there. So another day, hopefully tomorrow, right? I can never get enough of my drone. Did I mention that I love my drone? Right? And I got everything in here. And going live here from my van, the Dealmobile here on Deals with David. I'm happy to be your Amazon influencer, and I hope you're having a really good day out there, and I hope you're finding lots of great deals. The Sony noise canceling headphones. This is like 61% off. 61% off for the Sony noise canceling headphones. Hello? Why wouldn't you? Even if you didn't need a pair of headphones, somebody you know does. My wife would be like, it's 61% off. I have to buy that. It's 61% off. I did come across this yesterday. This was new to me. This 7500 lumens projector. This is 1080p. I was comparing this. Somebody who popped into my stream yesterday said they bought this. They were looking at the Fangor 7, which is also a great deal, but 44% off. The big difference being that this comes with its own projector screen, whereas the Fangor doesn't, and it's a little bit more money. So they tell me they're going to get back to me and let me know when they get it how that worked out, but we'll see, right? Computers, the Acer Swift 3, this is 21% off, which computers, I don't know if you know that, there's not a lot of markup in computers. There really isn't a lot of markup. You have to sell a lot of computers to make some money. But at 21% off, here you go. There's the deal. This is pretty popular. I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm thinking I'm actually going to order this. The Govee Smart Table Lamp at 30% off. Different colors, different scenes. The RGB lighting it's a super popular thing, right? And why not? It looks wonderful. And I'm going through these quickly, but the audio interface here, if you're looking to get started as a podcaster or a live streamer, YouTuber, this Manu audio interface 20% off right now. So $20 off the regular price of $99. And this is a audio podcast in a box. Open her up, plug her in your computer, away you go. And you can actually stream to 4 devices at the same time with this cool little audio interface. It's got built-in sound effects, and it's got noise canceling, and it comes with the microphone, tripod, everything you need. It's basically a podcaster in a box to get yourself started in that. Right? These massage guns. Look at this. This thing is 58% off right now. Oh, that's new today because it was like 25%. Yeah, it's a massage gun. These are really popular. I have a different massager, but these massage guns really popular with athletes. This Bluetooth speaker in here, I do own this. 39% off right now. Wow, I wish I didn't know, because I paid $99 when I got mine. And worth every penny. 50 watts of power, fully charged. It'll give you 24 hours of playtime. And you can even plug your phone into it, and it'll charge your phone to keep the music going, right? And your phone will die long before this thing does, but this will keep your phone charged as well. It's got 4 different EQ settings, presets, depending on the music you're listening to, you know, jazz, rock, country, whatever. And I love this Bluetooth speaker. So get, take a look through the carousel, and hopefully there's something there that's you'll enjoy. All the Amazon products are on sale. If you don't have the Echo Dot yet, today's a really great day to do that. They're 50% off here today. And you can get different combos. You can get just the Echo Dot or the Echo Dot and a light bulb. And just check that all out. And I really appreciate you all being here. And if you've enjoyed this broadcast, please do me a favor before you go and just hover over and click that follow button so that you get notified every time I go live. I'm here Monday to Thursday, twice a day. No, I forgot. I was going to say that differently. Twice a day, 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday. And then usually some bonuses on the weekend. Depends if I'm out enjoying the motorcycle, I might, you never know. But you usually catch me Saturday or Sunday for at least an hour anyway. So if you follow me, you'll be sure to get notified of all of that. Lisa, thanks for being here. Greg, if you're still there, thanks for following. And everybody else who's been here, thank you very much for your support. Happy Prime Day number 2. I will be back later on tonight, probably about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be talking in more detail about a lot of the products that I just mentioned. But happy shopping, everybody. Until next time, stay safe. Bye for now.